everybody, it's Mick with Superior Hemp Clones. Today I'm joined by Jeff from New Bloom Labs. They are the lab that we choose to do our potency testing and terpene profiles, but they do like full panel testing as well. And I wanted you to know when you should be looking for a microtoxin and a mytotoxin, and what in the world does that mean? So we're going to jump straight into the video and let Jeff explain those concepts to you. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, so again, microbials are bacteria, mold, yeast. Those things can occur for a lot of reasons, but mostly it's because there's moisture. As water is getting into your bud, and your bud is getting tighter and tighter and tighter, like that pretty tight bud I showed you earlier, moisture can get trapped in there. And if you don't have a lot of breeze or it's cloudy for a few days, man, all sorts of things can start to happen inside there because the moisture wasn't able to evaporate. So you've got all of a sudden you could end up with some moisture issues in there, which will create the mold and bacteria that could grow in there. So you want to do that test as soon as you harvest. You can do it before you harvest to see what the plants in the field kind of look like. Hey, have they been draining? Have they, has the sun been getting to them? The breeze is helping knock out some of that moisture. How is that? So yeah, you can do a microbial test before you harvest. You wouldn't do a mycotoxin necessarily. The mycotoxin test would be after harvest and after you've dried your material to see if there are any of those toxins that possibly were left behind if it had mold or bacteria that was in there. So
yes, a customer who maybe is about to buy some biomass because they need some extra flour, you would recommend at least a mycotoxin, I guess, at that point to see what's in that dry flour.
At the very least, a mycotoxin. You'd probably do both, but at the very least, a mycotoxin test to see, again, the qPCR. We don't have to grow a culture. It's going to check for the DNA to see if there's any DNA left over in that plant that had any of those toxins still left over in there, especially for if you're buying 500 pounds of some smokable flour, man, you want to make sure that you've got a full panel test before you pull the trigger on a whole lot of smokable flour. Yeah, which includes the microbials and mycotoxins. Absolutely.
Yeah, and taking one step back, as a greenhouse grower, which is what we are, is a microbial kind of a preventative? Do you see greenhouse growers doing that every couple of weeks to see if they've got any fungus that they need to be treating? Or
absolutely. Yeah. Guys that are doing indoor grows.
Yeah,
they're testing microbials more than the outdoor guys because it's a little more susceptible. Yeah.
Right.
Hands in there blowing, but it's sure, absolutely. It's just a preventative measure, and it's worth doing. A lot of the majority of the outdoor growers wait till the end, wait till harvest before they do those two tests. Yeah.
Okay.